Hello, everyone. How was your July? I hope it went well. I hope everything is going well in your neck of the woods, whatever corner of the world your neck of the woods happens to be in. I have been off camera for a while now, so I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I kind of wanted to share a few things that was going on this month. And I have a question that needs to be answered because it is the question I've gotten the most with recent news of Blip closing down and what that means for the various other things that I have on the back burner. First off, thank you to everyone who is wishing me happy birthday over the last month. My birthday is July 16th, so a lot of people chimed in, a lot of people remembered it, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I had some really generous fans this month too that had absolutely nothing to do with my birthday. They just happened to come right around the same time. So really cool things. I don't have them handy here. I don't have them handy. One guy sent me a ton of stuff in a huge box. That was Nick. Thank you very much, Nick, for that. Nerdicon sent me a bunch of blind box stuff. Like some of the stuff from the first blind box episode I did, he sent me a bunch of the stuff that I didn't get. Some of the stuff I wanted the most. So thank you very much. He potentially saved me hundreds on blind boxes. So that was really cool of him. So a lot of cool stuff happening around that time. It was definitely one of the strangest birthday occurrences I've ever had. Just for good fortune going on throughout the day. There's normal stuff, like it's real handy having Steam these days because it's there's always some like $4 or $5 thing on my wish list that someone grabs for me. It's real cool. It's real cool when the summer sale's going on during your birthday. I found that out last year, and that was like, ooh. That was fun. It wasn't this year, but usual stuff, big birthday wishes. Some of the cooler stuff. Here, I'll show you what Danielle got me, or split with me, because this went way over what she was willing to spend on my birthday this year. I have barely put this thing down since it came home from Toys R Us with me. I do want to review it at some point. I do realize I have this and the Dragon Dagger that I have yet to review. Fun story. Well, not really fun, but true. Of all the Power Ranger toys I had as a kid, I had every Megazord all the way up to Lost Galaxy. I had most of the weapons. I had like the 5 Ranger weapon set, the Morpher, the Blade Blaster. Of everything I never owned the original Dragon Dagger, and I never owned the original Saba. Both, however, I did have in my possession because my dad had bought them for another kid and made me give them away on their birthdays. Now, in the case of Saba, that went to my best friend DJ at the time, so that one wasn't so bad. The Dragon Dagger went to some kid I didn't even know. Like, that was the kid of someone my dad worked with. And, like, I don't even remember that party other than it was outdoors and it was Florida, really hot and muggy, and I wasn't happy. So the legacy stuff like fixes childhood wounds for me. So that was cool. That's really nice. It's a really cool toy. So at some point I need to review both of those. No, those are just like cool things for the birthday. What about Oddities? Because I had a birthday for Oddities. And my birthday Oddities started at 2:30 in the morning. Not a usual time you would expect something strange to begin for your birthday, but there you go. When it comes to my Amiibo collecting, Amiibo has gotten so bad at this point that on my computer I have a little status updater. I have this thing that scans websites periodically and just tells me if there's an update or not. And it could be any change. It could be something being marked as out of stock or on sale. It can be What it usually is the server going offline for whatever reason, and then I get another notification when the server comes back and the page actually works again. So it's a hit and miss thing. I get more negatives than positives off of it, but it's that or sit and refresh Amiibo pages, until 5 in the morning. Because I import mine out of Japan, and those stores usually stock at like 5:30 in the morning. So it's one or the other. I think I will. I think I will take the scanner. So I will. I'll get to it later. But so about okay. So it passes midnight. It's officially my birthday, and about 2:30 rolls around, and I'm shutting things down for bed, and I'm leaving the computer running overnight to transfer data to the external. And you ever have one of those moments where you just like something in your head ticks, where it's like you have to go back. You just check one more time. You're not even sure what it is. Maybe maybe you grab your phone and just like go through all your social media one more time. It's just Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, etc. Just one last check to see what's going on. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you need to check something. Okay, so I turn off the monitor. I get ready for bed, and something ticks in my head. It's like, I need to check one more time. I just need to check. I don't even know what I'm checking for, but I need to check one more time. So I sit back down. I turn the monitor back on, and in the 2 minutes between when my monitor went off and my monitor went on, the little update window popped up. Okay, let's see what false positive this is. Click, click. Those are brand new Amiibo. That's the next wave. Pre-order. Pre-order. Please don't get carjacked. Please don't get carjacked. Please don't get. Little Nintendo figurines should not be this stressful to collect. Nintendo says they're trying. I don't know if I see it yet or not, because currently I'm kind of like, what little free time I'm not working on videos or scripts or something, I've been playing a lot of Splatoon, and Splatoon is ridiculous fun. There's part of me that wants to make a video just gushing about Splatoon, but the Amiibo are just as hard to come by as the Smash Brothers ones, which sucks, because Smash Brother Amiibo just gives you this nice little trick you can do in the game. It's this nice little meta game you can play by raising them. Basically turning a Nintendo character into a Tamagotchi of sorts. The Splatoon Amiibos add single player content to the game. It adds challenge modes, and that's way more vital. That's way more important stuff. It's like DLCs type stuff. And those are just as hard to get. So I feel like there's a lot of gameplay I'm missing out on just because I don't have these stupid little figures because Nintendo doesn't make enough of them. So yeah, Amiibo are frustrating. So when I have one of those little ticks in my brain that goes, oh, I need to check again, and it's in the 2 minutes those new Amiibo come up, my brain kind of melts down. Why did I know to check then? How did that do I have spider sense for Amiibo now? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I do. I checked this listing again in the morning. Not only had everything sold out, not only had the pre-orders completely sold out, they were completely off the list. So if I had gone to bed like I originally planned, if I hadn't gotten back up and checked, I wouldn't have even known I missed out on the opportunity. So that was kind of really awesome, quite frankly. So that was really cool. That's actually I was actually sitting at Ami waiting for me to pay for it right now, which I'll probably be doing tomorrow. So besides that, because that was like really weird, really lucky, really fortunate. So go through the day. I'm reading through like Facebook posts for birthday messages and whatnot. And one of my friends, my friend Lindsay, along with the happy birthday, says, "May your day be blessed with love and cake and Lego." And, I did get Lego on my birthday. I'm staring at it right now. We went to Because one of the birthday things that my family still do, like most of the days, like I rarely even go to a store to buy toys anymore. It's almost all done online these days. But birthday, we kind of go old school, like the way it was when I was a kid. And it's kind of a fun thing for both me and usually my dad. Was sometimes this year was my mom, where we just go off to the store and just grab whatever, and that's the birthday present, and it's kind of a throwback thing, you know. Just like, yeah, pick what you want. So I went to Target where the Guardians of the Galaxy Milano was down like half off. Discount Lego on your birthday, very good thing. But that's not where the fortune ends. That's actually not the weirdest part of the fortune. You see, a couple weeks prior, at Walmart, I had found a Lego set for, it was the Ninjago, I can't remember the full name. It's the Ninjago Mech Dragon, like this huge, huge set. It's like a $90 set, and it's this big robot dragon made of blades and buzzsaws, piloted by cyborg ninjas. This is something I come up with when I was 8. Like, this would have been like the coolest amalgamation of things. If it turned into a robot too, oh my god, I would have lost my mind. I nearly lost my mind as a grown adult looking at this thing. But what really gets me is this is a $90 set marked down to $41. And Lego collectors will tell you, if you find Lego that's more than half off, you're almost obligated to buy that set. Like, there's Lego law against skipping out on deals like that. So, okay, it looks like a cool set. I like my big robot dragons. Let's grab the set. All right, and I just set it aside for a rainy day. But I see Lindsay's post, and I think to myself, I got that set lying around. I haven't really put any time to building it yet. That's actually a good idea. Let's make today a Lego day. Let's fill my day with lots of brick clanking together. So, crack open the box, going through it bag at a time, and I realize I'm coming up a tire short on the build. So, okay, now I'm dumping the box out, sorting through bags and looking. I'm looking through bags, just seeing if, like, somehow, for some reason, the tire's in one of those. I don't follow Ninjago closely. I know little characters, I know the Green Ninja and all that. But looking through a Ninjago bag, I don't expect to find a Batman mask. But I do. So I check the instructions, I sort through the bags. The set is supposed to have 6 bags of parts. This box has 10 bags. Okay, something went wrong here. Let's double check this. So I do a bit of research, and I find out the bags that I have are actually to the Batman Black Manta Sea Attack set. Like 4 of the 5 bags from that set are in my Ninjago box. For some reason, and it's about that time I noticed that my Ninjago box had actually been resealed at the store. So, in my head, I was trying to figure out, how do 4 bags from a completely different Lego set end up in a Ninjago box? And my only thought here is that since this was like a clearance, since this big, expensive Ninjago box and it's on clearance, maybe that box was already opened up. And maybe someone had ripped open one of the Batman boxes to just grab the set with the part of the set he wanted and just dump the rest. And some stock boy came along, stuffed the bags into the Ninjago box thinking that's where they came from and resealed the whole thing up. It's convoluted, but that's the best guess I can come up with. I would say that it was like some errant store return, except nothing had been built, and the bag that was missing was... Okay, so the Batman set was 2 bags for Batman and his Bat Sub, 2 sets for Black Manta and his manta ray submarine, and the last set was this little like column play set, this little like scene set. Like it looked like something. It looks like something you'd actually like put at the bottom of an aquarium for goldfish to swim through. But it's got this little like prison chain for Robin to hang from, because Robin gets kidnapped, and a little Aquaman. And part of me is going, okay, I can see how someone wouldn't want to pay $40 for this set just to get an Aquaman to fill out their little Justice League minifigs. But in my head, I'm also thinking, who rips into a bag to steal Aquaman? Like, I'm sorry to Aquaman fans. I know he's a much cooler character than most people like make fun of him for, but it's a Batman set. You stole Aquaman. Your priorities are wrong. I can only assume it's just like some hardcore Lego collector who didn't want to spend $40 and get like his 8th Batman, because almost every DC superhero set in Lego is a Batman set. So I can fully understand why that might be the recourse for some. You know, I don't agree with it. Still, it's a douchebag thing to do. So that was like so bizarre. My day was literally blessed by Lego. So I got to build my mech dragon, and then I got to build a bat sub and a manta ray sub. It was awesome. Like, you know, that's about $30. You know, it's about $30 worth of Lego for free, on top of the fact that I already got the set for half off. So that was very weird. That was one of the strangest experiences I'd ever had with a toy. Like, I've never bought a Lego set, and there's like another Lego set inside of it. So that was actually really, really cool. I still don't have bag 5. There's one on eBay that I might grab. I sent the story to Lego, and I was like, you know, I was trying to be very honest about it. It's like I wasn't supposed to get this set. Obviously, it was tampered with. Say, can I just can I buy bag number 5 just so I can like finish off the set? And Lego being Lego was like super cool. It's just like, wow, that's a really funny story. Here, we'll just send you bag 5. They sent me bag 5 from the Ninjago set. So now I've got like an extra wing, and still no Aquaman. I don't know if I'm gonna actually go out of my way to buy the Aquaman set, because really, like, it's like really like the parts of his set is literally like 4 columns and then a spot for his trident on top. It's like the cheapest little like Atlantis set you could possibly have. But it was a funny coincidence. It's some free Lego bricks, so I'm not going to complain. It was really cool that birthday wish was very literally granted. So the birthday was really fun. Thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday, and for the few people who actually did send in things, whether you meant to time it with my birthday or not. So I just kind of want to get those stories out, just because I think the Lego thing is hysterical. Because I've never had anything like that happen ever, you know. But one of the things that I need to address this, because we got a little notification. Everyone who's on Blip got an email on the 20th of the month telling us that in 1 month's time Blip would be shutting down for good. And this raised a lot of panic, in some areas. And I got a lot of people asking me, okay, what's going to happen to your archive? What's going to happen to TJTV once it goes offline? Where are you going to put it, etc., etc.? I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Right now the plan is to wait for Linkara, SF Debris, Diamanda, people like that. People who like, I rely heavily on YouTube. 95% of my content is YouTube based, so I'm not too affected by this. And I really don't make that much revenue from Blip in the first place, so it's not like I'm like hinging my bets on Blip to begin with. It was just a convenient place to post TJTV, which YouTube wouldn't appreciate me playing here. But besides that, I do have like the plans, like whatever those bigger reviewers do, wherever they end up calling home, that's probably where I'm going to move my archives to. Don't worry about things going offline or things like that, because I will say, like, part like it's linked in my videos, but my Patreon, I try not to bring up, but I kind of have to address it from time to time. One of the few, the Patreon money does mostly go to my family. One of the few things it did buy for myself was this really beefy backup external drive. So every episode I have ever made is stored in there. TJTVs, vlogs, everything is stored in there. So no matter what goes down, no matter what server or anything like that, I've got all of the originals. I can re-upload them at my own pace, and no data is lost. So this is why and I bought it for such occurrences, because you never really know how long any of it's going to last. So it's all safe. All the episodes are all my original content episodes. For all I know, the places that I will be uploading them to will allow me to upload them at a higher resolution than the original ones were, or better quality, because Blip was like really stringent about, really stingy with its hard drive, with its file space. For a while, these like 22-minute fully edited and fully produced episodes, and Blip was like, no, you can't make these over a gigabyte in size, but I want to post them in HD. Yeah, well, you can't do that. So Blip's kind of frustrating at times. But I've only got like 40, 50 things that need to be moved somewhere else, and all the encodes and embeds on TJOmega.org that need to be changed. So don't worry about me. That'll be all fine. I do feel like terrible for people like, Lewis, Zarya, and SF Debris, who I just realized I don't know his first name, which is bad. Because they've got like 900 videos that they all have to relocate, and then they have to re-embed on their websites. That's 900 pages that need to be updated. That's terrible. That's horrible. I hope it's, man, you hope it'd be something as simple as like a control find thing to just like switch the links from Blip to like Screenwave or whatever everyone ends up picking. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait it out, and when the time is right, I'll pick the new home, and it won't take too long after that to fix everything up. The future of the series, however, that I do need to address, along with the future of Plastic Addict. One thing I do notice about the Patreon is it has been going down, and I know it's for a lot of reasons. I know a lot of people just, like, I know money's tough for a lot of people. Like, even if it's only a couple bucks, I do appreciate everyone who has stuck in and continued to contribute. It does help immensely. It really does. And I know it's just, okay, some can't afford it, and then some, choose not to do it anymore because they're not getting the content they want out of me. I can do random reviews, I can do these vlogs, I can do Metrocon videos, but I know, you guys, I know, trust me, I know, you want Plastic Addict, you want TJTV, you want the big series, and, when I try, I've unfortunately hit a point where I've got a niche where I can do things that are kind of like that, but I can't go too far outside, like, I did TJ versus VG, my first, like, video game Let's Play type thing, and I had fun doing it, and that's kind of content I know I could keep going with. It really didn't do that great. Like, for as long as it's been up now, it's got less views than most of my random reviews from that time. It's got less views than some of my random reviews from the last week. So it really, I don't know if like people just didn't know what to make of it, or if it's just because it was a new series, but it just didn't seem like anyone took to TJOmega doing game content, which kind of leaves me at a loss of like what direction to expand into that isn't so much toy based, because the toy audience is only so big. Maybe it's a thing I just need to keep hammering at, or maybe it's something that needs to go back to the drawing board. I don't know yet. We will see. However, when it comes to my established series, I have been working on them in the background. Like I've been scripting, I've been concepting. The big thing with Plastic Addict is I want to provide more variety. I don't want to just like come out, oh, this toy sucks, and the next episode, oh, this toy sucks. Next episode, oh, this toy sucks. So I'm looking at toys that give me opportunity for good humor, good sketch based things, you know, just goofier videos. And I'm looking for things that aren't necessary, that are Transformer related, that is like bad enough to be Plastic Addict worthy, but not necessarily a toy. You know, it might be in the form of a top 10, or it might be in the form of, you know, my opinion on something Transformer related. You know, I've got a lot of opinions Transformer related lately that they definitely come with a much more negative connotation. The trick to Plastic Addict has always been, I'm eager to get it back to you guys. I'm eager. I know you guys really want to see new episodes, but in the past I've always kind of pushed it out again before I was really ready to get it down, because it's not so much, you know, it's more like opportunity to film. You know, when do I have the chance to do this? Like, you know, as I say this, like, I'm expecting company like any minute now. I'm just recording this in the scant amount of time I have before they arrive. And that's really not like, and that's kind of how things go. Like, I'm always expecting some kind of interruption. And like, Plastic Addict and TJTV take a long time to do. It takes a long time to get them recorded because I suck at dialogue. I absolutely suck at dialogue. There's barely anything scripted that I don't have to retake 2 or 3 times. So it's more about opportunity to film and record and edit because they are so much more work, and I need to make sure that when TJTV and Plastic Addict come back, that everything is scheduled and structured so that I can continue to give you that content, so that I can continue to push it out and not have it go on such huge hiatuses anymore. Um, that said, I will make you guys a promise right now. August will not go by without another Plastic Addict episode. I do have several scripts that are done. One is ready to film. I'm just waiting for a prop to arrive before I can finish off the episode. I have come up with a couple concepts for not so like not so like typical Transformer stuff that is going to make for an interesting episode. Is going to provide some variety. And I believe, well, and the one thing is, I've got toy-wise, I've got plenty to work with. Like I've got like you ever go to like Target and you see those gigantic plastic storage bins? Like I've got one in the storage room, and that's all Plastic Addict toys. You know, it's built to rule. It's Animorph, it's Beast Machines, it's Armada, it's everything you would expect in a big bin of Plastic Addict toys. So it's not for a loss of ideas. Trust me, it's for a loss of opportunity more than anything else. So I am working on it. It is coming out, and I tell you, like, August won't go by without Plastic Addict coming back. So the wait will not be much longer. You know, that's kind of the conclusion I came to, is like noticing that like Patreon's down, revenue is down, and I could push the Patreon harder. I could, like, I just watched a video, like, was it Movie Bob? I think someone did the big review of Pixels that went viral just because it was nothing but like 10 minutes of absolute hate-filled vitriol and kind of hysterical, because I hate Adam Sandler. I hate what he did to that movie. But like, I noticed like his Patreon link was there the entire video, and like big bold like yellow like right there at the top. And I thought, wow, that's excessive. So the answer is, like, I could push it harder. I don't want to. No, like, I don't want it to be any more than a tip jar, you know? You know, the description, like, you can see the first 3 lines of the description. It's the first line most of the time. You know, it's there if you want to use it. You know, if you want to drop in a couple bucks a month, that's, you know, that's all you can do. That's more than appreciated. That is, I'm incredibly grateful and lucky for anything that gets put into that. But the answer isn't to push it harder. The answer is to push myself harder. Simple as that. And I really haven't been doing that lately. And it's not, and the revenue and everything that like that going down, that's not like the driving force to it. It's kind of what it's kind of what makes it all come to my brain, just like where everything is, because I still get tons of comments on new videos a day. People respond to the random reviews, they like them. They get thumbs up, they get a lot of comments, and if that's all you see, then like if that's all I see, then in my head it's like, oh no, I'm still doing good, I'm still doing all right. It's things like that that kind of quantify engage, but things like the revenue quantify engagement, and it quantifies, just how many people are sticking around for what I do, as opposed to just, because it just makes it all come into light a lot better than just like staring and, like I can watch, I can watch subscriber counts and comments go up every day. It doesn't mean I'm doing good. That's one thing you have to learn on YouTube. Is like, just because there's always a positive response to what you're doing at the time doesn't mean that it can't be better. You know, just because what you see is good doesn't mean there isn't something more you can do to get more of that. Like I don't know. There's a point to be made here, and I'm not very good at articulating it because I haven't thought it out completely. But all I'm saying is, it does kind of make me realize just what the real root problem here is. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it big. I will say TJTV is still going to be a while off, aside from figuring out where the new home is going to be for it. I have to get all of the MetroCon stuff out of the way. I got a ton of panels that I have to do, and I'll still probably post them up one, maybe two a month, or two a week, just to kind of get them moving out there a little bit faster. I've got my 3-part recap for the weekend that has to be edited and posted. That's a lot of editing work, because that's like 200 gigabytes of footage that has to be broken down into like 20-minute chunks. It's not easy. So once we get all that out of the way, then we can figure out what happens to TJTV. Like in the meantime, I barely have time to figure out what happens to Plastic Addict. So the big ones are coming back. I keep saying that, but the light is at the end of the tunnel now. Like I can see where everything is going from here. That's the important part. So, yeah. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for putting up with this little rambling update as I usually post. I've got random reviews to get back to. I need to start restructuring them. August will also see more of the non-Transformer random reviews. We're gonna work into the little Common Writer, and hopefully get back to the stuff that I know a lot of people have been itching for, because I'm starting to get itching for it as well. So that's the update. That's what's happening to TJTV. Don't worry about the Blip shutdown. It's really not going to harm me. Worry more for the people who put most of their content on Blip, because that's who I feel bad for right now. Yeah. So I'm going to stick at it. I'm going to get back to work. I'm getting back to work as soon as I shut this camera off. And hopefully it all just kind of comes together a little bit better than it has lately. So stick with me, guys. I am trying. I swear to God, I am trying. So hopefully I will see you soon. And hopefully in a more familiar shirt. Not that the Metroid is unfamiliar.